Coach, we talked after the last preseason game just about coming out after halftime and really taking control of games. Your group did that well last season. How impressed were you with their ability to do it on opening night?
Well, I think we talked about it, like you said, in that last Philly game, how we set the tone. We let go of a little bit in the second quarter, and our ability to come out and bounce back and make some adjustments. Our coaches did a great job of seeing the things that we were doing both offensively and defensively, and credit to the guys for focusing in on the game plan and knowing what was working and what was not.
Mose, I know one game isn't a sample size, but you shot a lot of threes tonight. This is a team that didn't shoot a lot of threes last year, obviously. Is this a shift that we should be taking notice of? Is this just the way it's going or just the way the night went?
I think we talk about the process a ton, and our process is to find open threes if you're available. But the first thing that we do, which we've done very well, is we attack the basket. So you see when we pick up the pace a little bit differently, we're able to collapse defenses. So we want those guys not stepping in and knocking shots down. We've said it since last year, but we have to continue to trust the process of when you're open, let it fly.
We know that this team's going to be a defensive team, and that's kind of where they make their identity. With how, kind of maybe disorganized the first half was, it being the first game, what does it say about this team to be able to kind of lock in and really hone in on what worked in the second half to really lead the charge on that run?
Well, we stopped fouling. I think that was a big priority. The energy of the night, you talked about it in the pregame. How do we harness that? And I think we didn't harness it all the way. We were aggressive, which is I'm okay with that. We're okay with that because we did want to set the tone, but now we have to continue to be smart about how we play. So once we stopped fouling, we were able to settle down, settle in, and these guys did a great job of communicating that at halftime.
For Jalen to have 3 fouls in the first quarter, how did that shift things? And then for him to come out in the third and not foul and score and play make, what did that do for you guys?
Well, the depth of this team is something that we talked about in the locker room just now, because Jalen gets his third foul, AB steps in and doesn't miss a beat. And I think that's the beauty of this group, the camaraderie, the chemistry, the focus, the trust that they have in one another. I think that's how we're going to have to continue to operate. And then Jalen just being able to be poised in that second half to understand where he was picking up the fouls and how he could be aggressive without fouling.
We've seen Paolo go from Rookie of the Year to All-Star, and obviously he added to his toolkit a lot from year 1 to year 2 and did it again this summer. Mm-hmm. The fact that he's getting accolades, yet is still working pretty much, I think, it would seem like as hard as the day you guys got him in the first place. What's that say just about where he's at?
There's a reason why great players are great. And the reason why he is great is because he's humble, he works, he cares about his teammates, and he's not changing who he is, regardless of what comes his way in accolades. Because the number one thing he wants to do is win. And he's going to find a way, no matter what that looks like. I said it in the pregame. He's going to find a way to win, whether he has to score 33 and grab 11 rebounds, or he scores 12, dishes out 12 assists. But he's going to find a way to help this team win, and that's what great players do.
We talked a lot through preseason kind of about you wanting to see the carryover from preseason into the regular season. You mentioned AB a little bit earlier, kind of picking up where Jalen wasn't tonight when he wasn't able to be on the floor with his foul trouble. What did you see from him tonight that encourages you for the rest of this year?
Just a poise. I think you talk about his growth throughout the summer. He was in the gym the entire summer. We saw what he was able to do at Summer League, but just his maturity level, when he steps in between those lines, he's got a laser-like focus. His ability to push the break is something that I love, that we love and look forward to him doing each game. But then defensively, his ability to get over and under, navigate screens, switch 1 through 4. But I'll go back to it again with him and this entire team, the mindset that they're gaining and earning every single night we step on the floor that we have to have.
The team overall obviously maintained this double-figure lead to close out the game overall, and at the same time out-rebounded them. How do you measure, obviously, the confidence just starting off in this opening game?
I mean, it starts with our best players. There's a poise about them that they understand exactly what we need to do, the value of possessions, and you have to give so much credit to our coaches who understand the game plan and what is working. You know, our defensive coach talked about Oz. He said, if we defend without fouling, we give ourselves a chance. Our offensive coaches said, hey, guys, if we keep attacking and playing faster, we give ourselves an opportunity. If we crash the glass the right way and allow them to not run, we give ourselves a chance. So all those pieces that these guys are understanding and pouring into our players, they're registering it, and they understand the value of all these possessions.
Coach, what was the key tonight to stop Miami at 72 points after 3 quarters? Thank you.
You know, I think it goes back to our process. I think you focus on defending without fouling, playing the right way. We fouled a lot in that first half, which gave them essentially 16 free throws in the first quarter. So the moment we stopped fouling, we gave ourselves a chance. Your ability to crash the glass to keep them from running changes things up a little bit. And then ultimately, you know, we've harped on it a lot last year, taking care of the basketball. You know, for us to come out of here with 8 turnovers, it says something about our ability to share the basketball, move the basketball, trust the pass, and trust the shot.
How's Jonathan doing?
He's good. Sore right hip.
What was last year? You got
Left hip. Sorry.
are both hips sore? Last year, you guys won your opener by 30, and obviously it's one of 82. But is there something to be said about setting the tone and generating some momentum early on?
Well, you know, I think Paolo talked about it a lot last year. It was just saying we start fast, start the right way, because this group has seen 2 years ago when you don't start fast. We were 5-20 at one point, and you're playing catch up. So those are the values of going through seasons in that way, because you learn from the experience of exactly what you saw. So you don't want to start that way again, because you know how much of an uphill battle it becomes. And now this is just one game, and now we have to make sure we stick with our process, the way in which we're going to play the game the right way.
One more here with Mason.
Just wanted to ask quickly about Franz. Talked a lot about his mentality, and he obviously struggled a little bit to score throughout preseason, but was still impacting the game in a lot of different ways. For him to have 23 points tonight and really just kind of break out, what did you see?
Franz is one of the most competitive people I've been around, and he's also one of the most high IQ guys I've been around. And so he's not going to get discouraged by whatever is happening within the game, good or bad. He keeps a stoic look on his face, and he's trying to just do the right thing to help this team be successful and win. Similar with Paolo. Whatever is necessary to help the team win, he's going to do. And if he stays with the right process, that's part of exactly what makes him him.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank